My name is McCollum, and I'm the director and the interviewer, and these are the interviewees. These are my friends Muse and Dare. They're going to go over what advice for when you go to Mexico so you can have a better trip.
The food that you would be eating in Mexico on an average budget would probably be plenty of tacos, enchiladas. They've got a big thing for enchiladas. It kind of depends on what time of the day. I mean, they eat like in the morning. They don't really eat cereal or oatmeal or any of like any sweet things or something. They're mostly eating stuff like, you know, enchiladas and stuff. So very savory food.
Well, it depends like where you go. Like if you go to like a tienda or like a little store, well, maybe there'll be like some sweet snacks and stuff, and sometimes they have cereal. But if you go to like a restaurant, you know, it'll be like tacos, fish, guacamole, I don't know, something like that.
How about dinner?
Dinner is a whole different thing. They have lots of enchiladas again, a lot of enchiladas, tacos, and then they also have like chili relleno, which is a chili pepper, bell pepper stuffed with, you know, meat and stuff. So yeah, what's the next question? There's something called carnitas there that they eat for lunch. Basically it's like bread, like here we'd call it like French bread or something, but they're like little buns, and like they're stuffed with like shredded pulled pork and stuff, which is, that's very popular. Well, at least in where we live in Mexico. Corn, they've got corn on a cob as like a snack.
Like that people like ride around in carts saying elote.
Elote!
Sometimes they like have potatoes too. Sweets and treats and snacks. I don't know. Like stuff that's bad for you. I don't know, maybe.
Lots of ice cream and paletas. Paletas are like popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Those are really good.
They're like, but they're really good. They're actually healthier than usually the ones here in America. Sorry, America. But they are like, they're like good fruit and like real fruit and stuff and like real products and not a ton of sugar. So I'm really glad. And then they also have like, you know, candy and, you know.
Well, I'm talking about like at the tiendas.
Yeah. Just if you were wondering, tiendas mean like little markets
stores.
Or like little stores and stuff.
Near your house and stuff.
So, yeah.
At night, they, I don't know, go to bed.
People who stay up, like, you know, adults who are having...
There's bars and stuff, you know, drink a lot of beer. And then also in Mexico, there's there's like parks and stuff where people hang out and like, you know, couples go there to make out and stuff in the park late at night, but
And they also go to churches a lot.
not at night though.
Well, I don't know the name of it, but it's like, they like have stuff in the park, which is called the Jardín by the church, and they like scream Viva Mexico.
Oh, well that's Mexican Independence Day. That's a holiday.
When we were there, we like ran around in the park, which is really fun. We got paletas and ice cream. like right by the place. We have nice dresses. Every year we buy dresses.
Each like city in Mexico has their own style and tradition of dresses that ladies' dresses that they'll wear. Like, you know, either like floofy skirts in the Mexican colors or long, beautiful dresses and all sorts of things. Nowadays, it's more kind of like whatever you want kind of thing. What you just wear it, like, you know, Mexican colors. But it's really not that, not that much of a problem. But there is a lot of tradition in it, and like, you know, they have like fireworks. Oh my gosh. Fireworks going on for 2 days straight. You can't sleep. People are partying, drinking beer a lot. You know,
Yeah, they have fireworks like a lot.
But Mexico is just kind of a place for fireworks. Like they've got, like people say it's amazing. Wow. Oh my gosh, 4th of the July fireworks. I'm like, because in Mexico,
like they just like put fireworks out, like just for fun.
Yeah, it's just like a thing that they do. I mean, they'll put like fireworks out like even in the daytime, which is so bizarre, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, and they like, yeah. So, what's the next question? We've been on this question for a while.
When you're driving down, if you're gonna drive down to Mexico or even drive to another city in Mexico, you have to get, if you look on like one of the globes that like you can feel and it has mountains, like Mexico is just basically mountains. So it's kind of it's interesting. They've got like during the mountains, like when you're driving, you get your ears popped a lot because of how high and like the altitude and stuff. So definitely bring gum.
Yeah.
Like,
you do not want to sleep with popped ears. It really hurts.
Yeah. So it's almost like taking an airplane.
It's basically like that. There's like bumps in the road. They're basically speed bumps. Down there they call them topes. They're like miniature hills. There's a place down there that just like has them like in a row, like boom, boom. We call it tope land or something.
Jeez. They're like hills on the middle of the road, just cement hills in the middle of the road. If you've got a low car down there, you will get the bottom of your car scraped. So, it's a thing down there. And then in our family, every time we go across one, we go tope, and then like have a whole celebration. So, but they're very common. So yeah, that's something that you're gonna need to make sure. So if you're driving down there, you might want to buy a van or something.
What's the next question? Woohoo! Tuna. Oh, well, tuna. If you like ask for tuna down there, if you want tuna, you should say atún, not tuna, because tuna down there is a fruit that grows on cactuses down there. Cactuses are. But so atún is tuna, like the fish.
So yeah, tuna fish. Yeah, like I've talked about this in one of my Amazing Minutes. You can find them on Facebook. So if you want to eat some tuna fish, you're gonna have to say atún. If you want to have tuna fruit, you're gonna have to say tuna. Cinco de Mayo is not a Mexican holiday. They don't celebrate it down there. It's not something that they really, I mean, maybe it's like a little tiny celebration, but Cinco de Mayo is not really a Mexican holiday. It's more of like an American Mexican holiday. But they have a great Easter celebration. They have a big long parade with, they have men holding crosses and very Christian society down there.
And they also have like eggs with confetti inside them. So you like
for
take
Easter,
one
yeah.
and you like smash them on somebody's head.
That's really funny. That is really funny.
You can get like a ton of them.
We'll talk about the Mexican holiday. A common celebrated holiday in Mexico is Mexican Independence Day. Mexican Independence Day is basically like, you know, Independence Day here. It's basically, and you know, they have the colors of Mexico, which is red, white, and green. And you know, Mexican flags everywhere, everybody dancing, woo, woo. So, you know, yay. Yeah. If you're gonna go to Mexico, you should know some Spanish, yes. It's important. But you know, I know so many people that go down there that don't know any Spanish, but you can work your way around, you know. It's just like any country that you go to a foreign language. It's a little bit hard to, it's hard to say. I mean, it depending like what you're gonna do down there and stuff. Like, I don't know Spanish very well, anyways, but you know, yeah, you should. It's gonna be much, much easier if you do know some Spanish, definitely. But, you know, you can deal with it if you can't. Yeah. Beans and chips and queso and chips and salsa and chips and guacamole are very popular down there. They really are. So the most common one of those dishes are usually chips and guac and chips and beans. Chips and queso aren't that popular there. You could find them, and you might have to like make a special order for it, but it's not really something that you would see on the table. Usually chips and salsa is what they bring. Guacamole is something that's, it's common, but it's more, chips and salsa is more common. Chips and beans are usually actually something that comes on the side of a dish, like actually like part of the dish. So that's not really something that would be like an appetizer or anything. So
you kind of get that at breakfast sometimes.
Yes, beans are very common for breakfast. There's a lot of beans instead of cereal there, but you know, beans and other stuff. I love Mexican food. It's really hard for me to not like Mexican food.